The Dogs take their 3-0 record on the road to face ASA New York. This is the place for all your highlights. You're watching The Burt Williams Show. Coach, you traveled to Mountaineer Stadium this week to play an ASA New York team out of Brooklyn. Something that we're not very familiar with is this team and how they're going to line up, but we know they're going to be talented.
Yeah, you know, they're a relatively young program, 6-7 years old, have gotten successful very quickly last year. Only had one loss, and that was in a bowl game, Snow College. Very physical, big, aggressive team like the better New England teams like Nassau and Lackawanna that we play regularly. So we kind of had an idea what they were going to do, but not having a game yet in the season, we really didn't have any 2013 film to evaluate, to see their schemes, to see their talent, and to get a feel for our matchups. We knew it was going to be tough, but we weren't exactly sure going in, and it ended up being a very tough game for the Bulldogs there at Mountaineer Stadium.
Well, don't go anywhere. Your first half highlights are next. You're watching The Burt Williams Show.
Here's Javon. Javon's at the midfield. 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 10, 5. No flag. Touchdown, Dogs.
Guys, they're everywhere. They're killing us from the outside. We've got to cover the cracks and crevices. We cannot let them penetrate. Ready? Ready! We got to protect perimeter. Let Bughouse get rid of your pest nightmare.
Elbows connected to the arm, and your ears are connected to your brain. Your legs connected to your toes. My elbow's connected to another part of my arm. Your wrist is connected to your joint. The hand's connected to the elbow.
Got great film this week from Mountaineer Stadium, and it's just a good experience for these guys to step up and see what it's like to play in a Big 12 field.
Well, they were excited, you know, playing there. Of course, we have two alums from last year that are playing for West Virginia right now, Mario Alford and Brandon Golson, and both those guys doing real well for them. And we get off to a pretty decent start right here, a nice return, Q Knight out to the 35, and pretty good field position to start the day. You know, we come out here, you know, felt like we had a good opportunity on a lot of quick hitting stuff, bubble screens, free release out of the backfield right there, and we started off with it, and nice throwing catch. And we come back, little read draw play, and Javon does a great job. Nice cut there. We fit it nicely up front on the offensive line. Javon makes one miss and takes it to the house.
And we come back out and make this PAT to make it 7-0. And Javon's one of those players that he runs so smooth that you wouldn't think of him as a speedster, but he's hard to catch.
Well, he is. I tell you, and through the box, one of the best things he does as a runner is runs really low and with power. He's just a hard guy to get a beat on, and did a nice job finishing that run. And here defensively right here, you know, we doing a good job flying around, a lot of red shirts around the ball. We kind of get pinned in there on the power scheme, and Q Knight makes the play. And, you know, we're giving a few yards here as we're going down. Defense is, again, running around, hustling, and on the day really did a great job against what was a very good offense in 2012 and what looks to be a very good one in 2013 for the ASA Avengers. But they stop them and force the punt, and we got a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, and a really low kick, a low snap, a short punt, and we got the ball in great field position coming out here at midfield.
Yeah, wanted to come out and again put some more points on the board. We have a protection bust right there at running back. And, you know, Pat, I think, lost sight of where the chains were right there, had a chance to scramble easily for the first down, ends up running out of bounds and not getting it. So we have to come back out here and punt. And, you know, they do a difficult job right there trying to catch that ball, and they fumble it, but they get it back, and defense has a chance to come out here and stop these guys inside the 5-yard line.
And we hold them right there. They do get a few yards for some breathing room and come back out here for another punt. It's also another short punt, and we're going to get the ball around midfield again.
We had great field position in the first half and really did not do a great job of taking advantage of it consistently enough on the day. A great defense, one of the better defenses we've played against, especially linebacker level and on the back end and the secondary. Really a difficult defense, but we were doing well against it. We did not take advantage of opportunities. Right here, they continue playing after they lose a helmet to get a 15-yard penalty. We put John Tatum in to breathe Javon just a little bit, and just terrible ball security right there by John. We're getting ready to go in and score, and we cough it up inside the 10.
And they come back out here working a little of the short passing game, roll out, complete it, but it's not very much of a gain when we pick it back up on a third down play right here.
Yeah, again, the defense doing a nice job penetrating their guard. Got caught up in some of that penetration, tripped up the running back right there. And, you know, again, the defense doing a great job holding these guys. Dangerous reception of the punt right there. Dante had called for the fair catch, and he went in there and got it to preserve some field position. You know, right there. Pat's a little gimpy on that knee. Probably should have pulled that on the read option or the read zone, but he's doing a nice job here on the rollout, throwing to Zyreka Sletman there on the sideline.
A little bit of a busted play here. A fumble snap. Robinson with a heads-up move picks it up and gains 5.
Players make plays. Center caught his leg or his rear end there on the shotgun snap. Javon scooped it up and found a hole. And, you know, again, we have a short yardage right here, and that's Devontae Lambert, our defensive end, coming in and, you know, making a play for us. And again, trying to fit one in right there on the play action. We come up short and have to go in there for a field goal, and Brendan Rutherford does a nice job popping it through.
And that makes the score 10-0. We're going to come back out here kicking the ball off, and they really had some trouble fielding the ball on the back end.
They did, and you know, both on punts and here on the kick coverage, obviously. And guys doing a nice job. You know, everybody getting down there, making a play. You know, keeping them pinned deep. With the field position we had and the great job our defense did maintaining it in the first half, we really felt like we missed a number of opportunities and probably left a good 2 touchdowns, maybe 3 touchdowns on the field that we'd like to get. And here we come in here and we do a great job pressuring the quarterback right here on the sack, and ended up he throws it backwards, which results in a safety rather than a touchdown for us, and we extend the lead 12-0.
And we're going to come back out here with ASA kicking off. We're going to return. We're going to get a nice return here, and then a penalty is going to bring that back.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, and it was a good call. You know, we have a definite hold in there. And the first time, really, we started a drive back around our 20, 25-yard line or so. And, you know, hated to lose that field position, but we come out again, throw that quick swing out to Javon, get a few yards, you know, blocking, broke down a little bit on the outside. We didn't get the first down. And we had to punt, and really had a little bit of a breakdown ourselves there in the punt blocking. But the first time that ASA really is going to have a chance to come out here with good field position.
And they're going to come out working a little bit on the ground this time, lined up in the eye, and find a big hole up front for a nice gain.
You know, quick hit, found a half a gap we left open there on our defensive movement, and got a first down. And, you know, here again they're working the low end, medium range passes and just chipping away, you know, trying to find a few cracks in the defense. And we were not doing as good a job as we needed to, getting under the curls, getting under the end breaking routes on the outside. You know, and that's mainly our linebackers, and most of the calls we're making. Got to do a better job getting under those routes and stop them. But the defense hunkers down, gets the ball back to the offense, and you can see some pretty nifty running right there by Javon. getting a few yards and trying to move the chains for us.
Then we come back here and he's going to make a few people miss and then just lunge once again and make sure he picks up that first down.
Yeah, you know, they ran a blitz into it, but they had more defenders than we could block on the front, and he did a nice job making that blitzer miss in the backfield. And here again, you can see some great running. Now he's loose with the ball right there, but it bounces back to him, so we're able to keep that and keep the ball moving.
Up here we have a bust up front on a little blitz scheme they were running and give up a sack.
Pure overset right there. Devon Williams, you know, had been doing a good job for us at left tackle, and you know he just got to maintain his technique and not overset those guys. But we ended up going for it on fourth down. Felt that we were a little bit out of range to try a field goal, so we want to just give ourselves a chance and not do anything crazy, and put our defense back out there on the field to go stop the ASA offense, and they do a nice job again pressuring the quarterback and getting this sack.
Well, Coach, this is the end of the half, and you're able to go in up 12-0, but it's got to be a little bit disappointing considering the field position you started with and how the defense performed.
It was very disappointing. Like I said, we left 14, probably 21 points we felt like on the field that we should have been able to capitalize on. Great field position, defense playing awesome. We just turned the ball over and did not execute as well as we needed to on the offensive side. So everything we wanted to do was there. We felt like we were, you know, having a breakdown here, a breakdown there on the offensive side. We just need to kind of clean that up a little bit, go back out there, execute better, and we felt like we could extend the lead and put this away in the second half.
And those second half highlights are up next. You're watching the Burt Williams Show.
Shotgun to Pat, rolls it to the right, looking, throwing, got his man at the 34-yard line, first down. Near sideline, H-back off to the right side, fumble picked up by the running back, and Javon's going to make something out of it, might get a first down.
Excuse me, your change.
It's nice to know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent, find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. See, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined.
Then call State Farm agent Karen Rowell at 478-452-4502.
When you get your statement from your financial representative, are you confused by all the extra fees? Grant Financial Group ends the confusion with flat-rate, fee-based asset management. Our team of professionals can handle all the financial needs for your business or your personal assets at significantly lower cost. We have relationships for everything from accounting to legal issues with a premium on service for you. Come see us today and let Grant Financial Group provide you with long-term success in your financial future.
Elbows connected to the arm, and your ears are connected to your brain. Your legs connected to your toes. My elbows connected to another part of my arm. Your wrist connected to your joint. The hands connected to the elbow.
Here we go, getting the second half underway. We come out, going to start out on defense, kicking the ball, and a great kick here to the back of the end zone, starting out with a touchback.
Yeah, I think we've gotten more touchbacks on our kick coverage than probably since our national championship season. Brandon Rutherford's really done a nice job and you know, putting us in good position starting off, and you know, nice interception on the tip by Corey Neely right there, giving us obviously great field position. Just the way we want to start the second half, coming out here, making some big plays, putting the ball in the wanting to put the ball in the end zone, and we're moving down tight. Then they're near the 10-yard line, and offense is on the run, and then we go in here and we throw a pass that just defies explanation right there. You know, throw it away, play the next play, just trying way too hard to try to make something happen and taking what should have been a great situation for us, flipping it back, giving ASA a little momentum.
And they come back finding some success here, throwing the ball, moving downfield, and then we're going to find them right here on a third down play where they're going to come out, roll to the left, and just incomplete, throw it to the ground.
Yeah, you know, again, the defense bent less than they have all year. Again, the area that we need to work on is that underneath coverage on the outside, And again, another inexplicable decision on the field right there. Dante Beckham does not field the ball inside the 5-yard line there, and then Javon takes his eyes off the toss. We had the edge, we felt like there could have been a good play, and certainly not the way we wanted to start the third quarter. Throwing an interception in the end zone and then coming in and fumbling the ball in our own to give them 7 points.
And that makes it 12-7, and they're going to come back here kicking it off, and a nice kick with their own, getting a touchback. And not only do we go up and get the 7 points, now we got to drive the whole length of the field.
Yep, starting on the 20, obviously 80 yards, tough to get, but we're coming out here, we get a first down, coming out there again. Javon's doing a nice job running, running the stretch. He does a good job finding the cracks. We're fitting in the stuff pretty well. Sometimes we were running uphill into 8-man fronts and all that, and here Pat pulls it down and gains some additional yardage right there. But again, trying to get down in field goal range or touchdown range, we don't quite get there and have to punt. Nice job by our guys in coverage and keeping these guys pinned deep. Good job flipping the field. Even though we didn't get points, we put them way back and put our defense in a lot better shape and in position to do some good things. A nice break right there on the ball. I believe that's Chris Duffy on the underneath coverage.
Then they're going to come back here, got them pinned deep. Like you said, we're going to have a high, short punt, and flipping that field really pays off here, because here we are with good field position again.
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the things, being able to run the ball and move the ball, on people, and being able to turn it like we did, set us up for this. And Zyreka Sletman, again, great freshman receiver for us, going to be a really good one. Nice job on the tunnel screen, gets us down here in position. We come out here doing our rollout to the left, and we had a route, ended up being wide open. Pat just couldn't get it flipped around to get the ball off. We have to come in here and go for a field goal, which Brandon does a nice job converting, and we extend the lead, back to at least a one possession game at 15-7.
Yeah, a long field goal, and Brandon's really done a good job on the year. Our kicking is much improved.
It really is. He has done a fine job. The only issues we really had in the kicking game, we've had a couple of low snaps at times that have thrown off timing a little bit, but the leg strength and the accuracy that Brandon has brought to it has been a really nice addition to what we're doing on offense and defense. And, right here we just don't finish off a tackle, give them 4 or 5 yards on this, and should have been down, about 4 yards back, and gave them a chance to keep moving. They catch us right here on a naked play and throw it out to their big tight end, who gets them close to midfield there. And good play call by them. We got to do a better job being in a position of containing and getting our coverage right. And great catch right here on the quick slant. We're in there tight on the coverage, not tight enough obviously, but they're driving down here, getting close. Defense has to find a way to dig their heels in right here and miss a tackle in the backfield. You can see their big guys working hard to give them some place, but we got a holding call right there on the interior line, and that moved it back and gave us a little bit of breathing room.
Then we trap them down, tackle them right there on 30, come back, and they find a wide open receiver kind of on a skinny post here. And the number 1 receiver there, he really had a good day. Well,
he did. A great player. Again, they got good talent out there. They were 10-1 or 11-1 and number 5 last year for a reason. They had a good core coming back, and they run a little pick right there. We didn't handle it the way we needed to in the secondary, pop it in for a touchdown. And then they come out and run another one right here, kind of the All-American 2-point play that we couldn't quite get stopped there. And now it's tied 15-15 in the fourth quarter. We had every opportunity in the world to put this game away, and now we're fighting, for the game right here in the fourth quarter, and get a good return, thankfully, to start it off. But big switch in momentum and a really important drive here for our offense as we get on the field.
We come back here with Robinson breaking tackles and running hard, getting it out to midfield.
Again, you can see our guys, we're running against not great numbers right there, but we're doing a good job fitting in there, and Javon's doing a great job running. And we flip the field a little bit again, get back out in the midfield before we stall, get a nice high punt here. He lets it hit the ground, which really was a bad decision there for them, but we ended up being able to pin them inside the 10-yard line, and great place to start defensively. And, the goal right here, pin these guys, keep us in position right here where we'll get the ball back in a good position. And they cause a fumble. Defense does a fine job right here, and we got a chance to go in and get the touchdown and regain the lead. And I don't know what else you say about that run other than just enjoy watching it right there. Javon does a heck of a job bouncing outside, finishes for the touchdown, and outstanding job going downfield, getting the touchdown to put us back in the lead.
And we're going to come back out kicking this ball off, and they're going to actually get their best return of the day right here and start out on the 45-yard line.
Yep, we got two guys sitting there didn't feel like they should have squeezed that down, and that was obviously a big mistake. They get past midfield here, and defense starts with a short field, and again, nice throw and catch. These guys are scrambling down, and again, trying to answer what we just did and trying to tie the score back. So defense has to step up here and find a way to stop them. We benefit from a penalty that pushes them back a little bit, and then we're able to stop them here on this screen, and we force the punt, and they're trying to pin us deep. So again, we got a job to do right here. Time's running down. I think we're going to get this ball at about 7 minutes in the game. And here's where you got to find a way to get down, get points if you can, but you got to burn clock. And we get a face mask here, get helped a little bit by that. But guys just pounding away, Javon running hard. Again, just eating clock play after play.
And here he comes back here. This is a critical third down play, and he's going to get outside once again and just dragging tacklers and making sure he picks up that first down.
Yep. I mean, again, I can't say enough for guys fitting in really well on the offensive line. Javon doing a good job finding the crack, and we ended up going for it there on fourth down. Could have put a field goal unit out there, but we've been given some penetration up the middle in our protection, and what we didn't want to do is have to force a couple of wings to try to tackle a guy if they did get a block. So gave them 85 yards to drive with 45 seconds, and felt like our defense can stop them. They obviously did. We go back out there and take the one knee, and game's over, and we get our second victory of the season against a top 10 team.
And Coach, everybody's going to have these games where everything doesn't go your way. There's some turnovers, there's a matchup, problems there, but coming out with a victory in those makes it kind of special.
Well, it does. When it all comes down, nobody remembers the tough things. They remember whether you won or lost, and we got the win, obviously, but we've got to do a better job offensively taking advantage of opportunity, and we've done it well at times, and there's times we haven't. And we had an opportunity in this game to really stake ourselves to a pretty insurmountable lead. If you look at it in the first half, it could have been a 35-0, halftime score if we simply go out there and execute and protect the football. We didn't do that. So that puts us in a position where, we got to fight for our lives in the fourth quarter. To our team's, defense, they came out there and did just that and got us that win.
And the defense, once again, stepped up, played a big game, and just key turnovers when we really needed them.
Really did, and just stopped their offense, forced kicks. I really felt like this was one of the best defensive games we've played, in several years. And to me, I think, Coach Manchester and Coach Hill and the rest of the defensive staff and our players have really gone back and kind of found the essence of what we were known for a long time that maybe we'd strayed away from a little bit in years past. And those guys are coming out there, they're hungry, they're playing, like wildfire and just refusing to give points, and just really proud of the way they answered the call when we had to rely on them there in the second half.
We'll be right back to wrap things up. You're watching The Burt Williams Show.
Tipped up and intercepted by the Bulldogs at the 40. At the 45, make at the 35-yard line and back inside the 30. Backs in an eye behind Thomas, who's under center. Spins, gives it off to Javon. Javon bounces left side, gets outside, down to the 5, down to the 4. Touchdown! Touchdown, GMC!
Guys, they're everywhere. They're killing us from the outside. We've got to cover the cracks and crevices. We cannot let them penetrate. Ready? Ready! We got to protect the perimeter! Woo! bug house getting rid of your pest nightmare.
Elbows connected to the arm, and your ears are connected to your brain. Your legs connected to your toes. My elbow's connected to another part of my arm. Your wrist connected to your joint. The hand's connected to the elbow.
Excuse me. Your change.
It's nice to know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent, find out how you can get discounts up to 40%. See, State Farm insures 40 million drivers. That's more than Geico and Progressive combined.
Then call State Farm agent Karen Rowell at 478-452-4502.
Thomas up under center, gets the snap, gives it off again. Here's Javon. Javon started right, cuts back to the left. He's got a first down and plenty more. Inside the 30, inside the 25. First down, Dogs.
Coach, we're playing an Arkansas Baptist team this coming week that we've become pretty familiar with over these last 3 or 4 years. But they're a much improved team and coming off just a hard-fought game last week.
Yeah, they come into our game 2-2, and they had a chance to beat a pretty good Ellsworth team and lost in 5 overtimes. And the last couple of years, they've struggled a little bit over at Arkansas Baptist, but Richard Wilson, the head coach over there, who coached in the SEC, ACC, Big 12 as an assistant for a lot of years, he's really done a nice job kind of overcoming a couple of tough years, building a good young staff over there that's real hungry and aggressive, and putting together a nice group of talent on its team. So we know they're going to come in, ready to play. This is a big game for them coming in. This is something where they can take a pretty good start to a season and really kind of build on. So they're going to come in hungry, aggressive, and hoping to make a statement. So we got to be ready to play.
And I know that on both sides of the ball somewhat, they're a little unpredictable in the way that they scheme things.
They are, and they can go from one philosophy to the next in a hurry. One of the things that have been difficult with them in the past is they are a little unorthodox, and they play so hard. And one of the best things Richard does with those guys is get them playing super hard. And I mean, they're almost frantic the way they play. And when something's a little unorthodox, it's hard to prepare for. And that has been something that slowed us down a little bit against them in the past. And we've had a lot of success in the past, but that really doesn't count for a whole lot when you get out there on the field, and we got to handle it Saturday. So we got to get our guys prepared on a little bit of a short week since we played Sunday and then had the long travel back. So we've got our challenges this week as well, and getting some injured guys hopefully back on the field.
Well, that game will be here Saturday at Davenport Field at 1 o'clock. And join us here next week for your highlights. You've been watching the Burt Williams Show.